In today's real estate market, the best deals can be found in new construction. And that's because builders are offering some amazing incentives. And on top of that, you still have the opportunity to negotiate down on price, making this a win-win situation for you. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the purchasing process for a new construction home, and it'll be a step-by-step guide. And make sure that you stick around to the end when I give you some pointers on how to best negotiate a great deal for yourself. The first step is to get pre-approved, and this is very important because you want to know how much home you can afford, and also you want to know what the monthly payments will be. Now, when you're talking to your lender, make sure that you get the full PITI amount. This is your total monthly payment, which includes your principal, your interest, your taxes, and your insurance. You also want to know how much of a down payment is required. Lastly, you should look into a lot of different loan programs that are available to you. Most of the time, buyers will opt for a 30-year fixed term loan, and that may not be the best option for you. It may not save you the most amount of money, so you should discuss with your lender all of the different loan options. When I talk to my first-time home buyer clients, I will often ask them how long they plan on living in that property. They'll usually say that this is a starter home and they plan on living in that property for 3 to 4 years, then they plan on selling it and moving up to a larger home. Well, if that is the case, then you don't need a 30-year loan. If you're only going to be there for 3 or 4 years, you could save a lot of money just getting into a 5-year adjustable rate mortgage. So my point is, there are a lot of good options available for you. It doesn't just have to be a 30-year fixed term loan, which most people know about and are more comfortable getting, but it may not be the best program for you. After you get pre-approved, you want to start doing your research. And what you want to think about is the number one rule in real estate, which is location, location, location. You want to create a list of all the communities that you're interested in, and then try to narrow it down to the top 3 communities. To help you with your search for new construction homes, you can go on to my website. This website is only for new construction homes, so you don't have to worry about resale. And you can filter by square footage, you can filter by the number of bedrooms and bathrooms, and you can filter by communities. And this is a great tool that you can use to help find the very best new construction property for you. So I'm going to have it here on the screen, and also my website will be listed down in the description below. And while you are in your research phase, you should reach out to a realtor and allow them to help you with your search. It's very important you work with a realtor, especially one that has established very good working relationships with builders, because they will be able to negotiate a better deal for you. A lot of times, buyers think that if they don't work with a realtor, they're going to save more because the builder will not have to pay out a realtor commission. But actually what ends up happening is the builder holds on to that money. The commission that's paid out to realtors comes from a different account. It comes from the marketing account. So in fact, when you look at the numbers, it shows that when buyers go without a realtor, they end up getting a worse deal than if they had worked with an agent. Most realtors are skilled negotiators, and they'll be able to get you a better deal. On top of that, you don't pay for the realtor's commission, the builder does. And if you don't work with the realtor, you don't save that commission, the builder saves it. When it comes to purchasing a new construction property, there are 2 ways that you can do it. You can buy what's known as an inventory home, or a quick move-in home, or a ready-build home. Those are all brand new homes that the builder has just constructed. They've never been lived in, and they are available on the market for sale. And the other option is to build from scratch. And this is where you work with the builder, you pick out the lot, you pick out your favorite floor plan, and then that builder will construct that home on your lot. So when it comes to purchasing new construction, you have to decide whether you want to buy an inventory home or you want to build from scratch. If you want to build a new home, you have to take into account the amount of time that it takes to build. The average build time is usually between 9 and 12 months. This also means that if you're getting a loan, we don't know what the rates are going to be 9 or 12 months from now. And so just keep that in mind. You're going to sign an agreement, and then you're going to get the loan and close on the loan 12 months from now. And we have no idea what the interest rates are going to be, so there is a little bit of a risk there. I just want to point that out to you. Once you've completed your research phase and you've been pre-approved, you're working with a realtor, and you've narrowed it down to your top 3 communities, you should start going to those communities and looking at all of the different floor plans that are available to you. You should decide whether you want to buy an inventory home or build a new construction. And if you're interested in purchasing an inventory home, well, this is an easy process. You can choose which property you want to buy and then put an offer on that home. If you're looking to build, well, then you have to choose between which floor plan is best for you. And once you decide on the floor plan, you can find the lot that works best for that floor plan, and then you can negotiate with the builder. And once you know which property you're interested in, then it's time to begin negotiations. And hopefully you are working with a skilled realtor that can negotiate on your behalf. First, you want to start with the incentives and understand what is being offered to you. Once you have that and you secure it, you say, if I buy this home, I will get X amount in a lender incentive, or I will get X amount in cash back towards closing costs. Whatever the incentive is, make sure that you secure that. And once you've secured that, then move on to the second step, which is, in addition to those incentives, we want to negotiate down on the purchase price. And you should have a good strategy on how to do this, work with your realtor, but do stick around to the end of the video where I disclose to you my negotiating strategy. Once you've negotiated all of the incentives and the additional negotiations for purchase price and any terms, you want to make sure that you get that all in writing. Now, this is separate from the builder's contract. This could be as simple as an email with all of the terms, but it's important that you have this email because before you get in a contract, a lot of times builders will require that even though you have a pre-approval and a pre-approval letter, they want to make sure that they're working with a buyer who can complete the purchase. So they'll require for you to apply for a loan through their lender. Now, you don't have to work with the builder's lender, but you do have to get pre-approved through them because, as I mentioned, they want to make sure that you are a qualified buyer. So this is why it's important to have all the terms in writing, because there's going to be a gap. There's going to be a few days in between where you come into agreement and then get your pre-approval done through the builder's lender, and then you DocuSign and get fully into contract. Now, before you sign the agreement, you want to make sure that what you have in writing matches what the builder's contract says, which leads me to my next step. When you are buying a home, especially a new construction home, you're buying through a builder, and the builder will require that you use their purchase agreement. And of course, more often than not, that agreement is going to favor the builder. So again, it's important that you have a realtor that can help you to navigate through this entire process. And once you've signed the contract, you'll have to provide the earnest money deposit. This is easily done through a wire transfer. Just make sure that you have the proper wire transfer instructions directly from the builder. The amount of the deposit is going to vary from builder to builder. It could be 1% of the purchase price up to 3% of the purchase price. And that's if you're buying an inventory home. If you're buying a new construction where you're building the property, they're going to have different deposit requirements. So it could be 1 to 3% of the purchase price, and then it could be 25% of the structural upgrades and an additional 25% of any design upgrades that you choose when you go to your design appointment. So let me quickly go over the purchase process for a home that you are constructing. It'll start with, once you have signed the agreement, you will have to make all of your structural selections there at that time. All of your structural selections will add on to the starting price of the home. So if you're purchasing a home and you want to add on, for example, a media room, or you want to add on a third car garage, that'll have to be done there at the contract appointment. And that'll give you your total purchase price. And then you'll have to provide a deposit based on that total purchase price. Within 3 weeks, usually, you're going to have what's known as a design appointment, where you're going to meet with the interior designer and select all of your interior items, from flooring to countertops to cabinets. And all of those items will have different levels, starting from level 1 up to level 5, and each level will have different price points. And then once you select all of your interior design items, you'll have to provide a deposit on those items. It's usually 25% of that amount. So if you make $100,000 in design selections, you'll have to provide a 25% deposit, which is $25,000. In addition to your design appointment, you're also going to have what's known as your electrical options appointment. And this is an opportunity for you as a buyer to select where you want extra electrical lighting, if you want extra electrical sockets, whether it's additional sockets in the porch, or if you want lights on the exterior of your home. All of that can be decided during your electrical appointment. And for both inventory homes and homes that you are constructing, as we get closer to the close of escrow, you're going to have what's known as an orientation and walkthrough. And during this orientation, the builder is going to tell you all about the home. You're going to walk through the entire property inside and out. You're going to learn about all of your appliances and how to operate them. You're going to learn about how to maintain and take care of your home. And then you'll also have an opportunity to get blue tape, and this is known as your blue tape walk. They hand you blue tape, a roll of blue tape, and you go around the home, and wherever you notice any imperfections, and this could be just marks on a wall to any type of imperfection, a drawer doesn't close perfectly all the way, you can put blue tape wherever you notice these items. And that's an indicator for the builder to come back through the home and fix all of those items that you noticed through the blue tape walk. And then after that, the week of closing, usually the day before closing, you're going to have your final walkthrough. And this is to give you an opportunity to verify that the builder did in fact make repairs to all of those things that you noticed during your orientation walkthrough. And this is to give you peace of mind and comfort that when you're buying a brand new home, you're buying a home that's in great shape. This is usually done before you go to the closing so that you can feel comfortable when you're at the closing table. One thing that I always recommend to my clients is to have a third-party property inspection performed prior to closing. This is usually best done right before the orientation and before the blue tape walkthrough. And it's a great opportunity to have a third party come in and inspect the property, and you'll have a chance to obtain the inspection report and go through it. And anything that's noted on that inspection report, you can hand over to the builder and ask them to fix it. Usually what I do is I forward that inspection report to the builder and also to the construction manager, and I request them that they forward that report to all of the trades so that they can come back and fix all of the items noted on that inspection report. This is another way to get that additional peace of mind that when you're purchasing a brand new home, you want it to be in the best shape possible. Leading up to the close of escrow, you want to make sure that you are working closely with your lender. They're going to request a ton of documentation from you. Make sure that you have it ready and make sure that you provide it to them timely so that it doesn't cause a delay in the close of escrow. On top of that, your lender is going to require that you have homeowners insurance, so make sure that you have that in place as well. And lastly, the week of closing, you want to make sure that you reach out to all of the utility providers and to all of the service providers and make sure that you have everything switched under to your name. On closing day, you'll meet at the title company. Make sure that you bring 2 valid forms of ID. Don't forget that. When you're at the closing table, you're going to be presented with a ton of documents for you to sign. As a realtor, I always accompany my clients to their signings. I want to make sure that the documentation is in order and that everything is correct. You're going to sign off, and then your lender is going to fund the loan, and then closing will occur. And on that day, you should be able to obtain your keys from the builder. So congratulations. At that point, we'll now be the owner of a brand new, beautiful home. And that is a step-by-step guide on how to purchase a new construction home. Now I want to get into how to negotiate a great deal for you when you're buying new construction. And really, there are 4 types of offers that you can provide when you're looking to buy a new construction home, or any home in fact. And those types of offers are a Category 1 offer, which is an offer that is most likely to be accepted. A Category 2 offer, which is an offer that is a take it or leave it proposition. So for example, if a new construction home is on the market for $500,000 and we write an offer for $495,000, most likely that offer will be accepted. So that's a Category 1 offer. But if we think we are going to write an offer for $485,000, we don't know that this offer is going to be accepted as written, but we're not looking for a counteroffer. We're going to say $485,000, take it or leave it. That's a Category 2 offer. A Category 3 offer is an offer where we are certain we're going to get a counteroffer, and that's what we're looking for. We want and we welcome a counteroffer. So here's an example of a Category 3 offer. A home is on the market for $500,000. We know that a Category 1 offer could be $495,000, possibly $490,000. they may take it as written. A category 2 offer, which is a take it or leave it offer, could be written at $485. And a category 3 offer could be any offer that's going to get us a counteroffer. So if we write an offer for $480, maybe we're going to get a counteroffer. If we write an offer for $475,000, we'll probably get a counteroffer. If we write an offer at $470,000, we may get a counteroffer. However, if we write an offer for $465,000, that might be too big of a gap, and the sellers may not give us a counteroffer. If we determine that $465,000 is the cutoff where we may not receive a counteroffer, then what we essentially want to do is we want to write our offer for the lowest price possible where we can still get a counteroffer. And then lastly is a category 4 offer, which is an offer that's most likely too low to receive a counteroffer or to receive acceptance. It's an offer that will be rejected as written. Now, of course, of the 4 types of offers in this type of market, there are 2 types of offers that we do not want to write. The most obvious one, of course, is a category 4 offer. There's no point in writing an offer that we know or that we think will be outright rejected. The other one is a category 1 offer. In this type of market, we don't want to write an offer that's going to be accepted as written. That means that we didn't do a good job of negotiating, and so we want to write a category 2 offer, which is a take it or leave it proposition, or a category 3 offer, which is we start at the lowest point possible and then try to negotiate up from there. If you need help implementing this strategy, please do reach out to me. I would love to be a part of your home buying journey and help you through the process of buying new construction. I've spent years building some amazing relationships with different builders. They look forward to working with me because if I bring in a client, they know that my clients are well qualified and they're more willing to negotiate a good deal with my clients than if somebody were to just walk in on their own. So this could be a great opportunity to have a win-win situation for the both of us. I look forward to hearing from you, and I'll see you in the next video.